Now, building a gaming PC under a really tight budget like $500 can be challenging. With so many choices available for the components, it can be confusing to make the right decision. But don't worry, in this video, I'm going to be helping you guys out with just that. I'll be taking you guys over the best $500 gaming PC that you can build at the moment in 2023. That's going to give you solid gaming performance, whether you're playing esports games or AAA titles. And in this video, I'll take you guys over all the parts you need to build this PC, and later on we'll be talking about the performance numbers, the benchmarks, and probably how you can upgrade this PC in the future. But with that being said, all the parts that I talk about in this video will be in the description down below, linked to Amazon US, and those are affiliate links. So if you want to help the channel out and in turn help me make more videos like this, please do buy from those links. But with that being said, let's get started. Starting off with the CPU, I've gone with the AMD Ryzen 5 5500 here. It's a 6-core 12-thread CPU in the 5000 series. It's got a 3.6 GHz base clock and also a 4.2 GHz max boost clock. It is overclockable if you want to, and does come with its own rate stealth cooler, which is actually very capable, so you don't have to spend extra money buying a third-party cooler. And it's a 65-watt TDP. It's got a lot of cores, so it's good for multi-threaded performance as well, so you can probably edit videos and stream games in the future. And just for gaming purposes, I think this will get the job done. And it's retailing for about $94 right now on Amazon US, which in my opinion is a really good deal. Now, to house that CPU, I've gone with the Asus Prime B450M-A motherboard. This is a micro ATX form factor board with the AM4 socket and has support for Ryzen 5000 series CPUs. It's got all the essential features like DDR4, 4 slots. It's got an NVMe slot for fast storage, USB 3.2 Gen 2, HDMI 2.1, and if you're into RGB, it's also got Asus AuraSync. And for $79, I think it'll get the job done. Now for memory, I've gone with 16 gigabytes of silicon power value gaming RAM. It is two 8GB sticks at 3200 MHz with CL16 cache latency. For $29, I think this is a really good deal. Now for storage, we have gone with 500 gigabytes of Crucial P3. This is a PCIe Gen 3 SSD, M.2 NVMe. It's got really good speed, so upwards of 3000 megabytes per second in read and write. And you can, store some of your games on this, as well as your Windows operating system, some programs. And if you wanted some mass storage, I'll also link up a WD Blue hard drive in the description down below, which is going to be a terabyte of space for your big games, all your big files. But for the fast storage, the Crucial P3 is a good choice in my opinion. Now to power this whole build up, and for the power supply, I've gone with the Thermaltake Smart 500 watt PSU. It's 80+ white certified and comes with a 5-year warranty, has black sleeved cables, and for $39, I think this is also a really good deal. You should never really cheap out on your power supply, and if you do want a 80+ bronze or 80+ gold power supply, I'll link those in the description down below as well, but they're on the pricier side, so if you have some extra cash on you, I'd recommend you get a better power supply. Now for the graphics card, I've gone with the XFX Speedster Radeon RX 6600. This is based on the RDNA 2 architecture with 8GB of GDDR6 memory, 128-bit bus. It's also got 1792 stream processors and 28 RDNA 2 compute units, 3 display ports, 1 HDMI, and in terms of clock speeds, you've got a 1626 MHz base, a boost clock of 2491, and a game clock of 2044. This is PCIe Gen 4 compatible, so in the future, if you do plan to upgrade the board or something, this will be working fine with that as well. Now, in terms of the graphics cards, I think you have a bunch of options. If you have some extra cash on you, you can go with something like the RTX 4060 as well. If you want to save some money, you can buy the RTX 3050 or the 6500 XT from AMD. Now, the only difference is that the 6500 XT and all the AMD cards in the budget range do not have hardware encoding, so they're not really good for live streaming. So if you're planning to live stream, you could go with the 3050 or the 4060. But again, that will increase the cost of the build overall by a lot. So that's why I chose the RX 6600, which is retailing for about $209 right now. And in terms of deals and discounts, you should be able to get this under $200 sometimes as well. Now to wrap this whole build up, and for the case, we have gone with the Thermaltake Versa H18. This is a micro ATX case with a tempered glass side panel, a mesh front, and also a blue LED strip. Of course, this does not have all the RGB bling, but does support 240 or 280 mm liquid cooling, USB 3 and USB 2 on the front with the audio jack, and two 2.5-inch drive bays as well as two 3.5-inch hard drive bays. Now, in my opinion, this is a pricey case for $500 build. It's retailing for about $49, but I always trust Thermaltake with their cases. The build quality is good, so is the airflow, and the Versa H18 is a really cute looking micro ATX case with some good features. Now moving on to the gaming benchmarks, I started off with God of War at 1080p Ultra and got an average FPS of about 72. In terms of Forza Horizon 5, again at 1080p Ultra, I got an average of 98 FPS, which is really playable and good experience in my opinion overall. And in terms of AAA gaming, this PC can do 1080p ultra settings in most games. Again, moving on to Far Cry 6, which is a newer title. Again, at 1080p ultra settings, I got an average of about 78 FPS. Now coming to some esports titles like Valorant, I got 1080p high settings, an average of 350 FPS, which is really good if you're into competitive gaming as well. And if you have a high refresh rate monitor, 165 Hz or even 240 Hz, this PC will be able to, run that as well very easily. In terms of CSGO, which is more of a CPU intensive game, I got again 1080p low settings, an average of 350 FPS, which again, I don't really complain. CSGO has been out for a while and CS2 is coming out really soon. I think this PC will be able to handle that without any issues as well. Now last but not the least, I ended the benchmarks with GTA 5 at 1080p very high settings with 2x anti-aliasing, and I got an average of about 120 FPS. So those are all the gaming benchmarks, and considering that this is a $500 gaming PC build, the performance is actually really good. You can play most AAA titles, even the newer ones, at 1080p, high to ultra settings, getting upwards of 60 FPS, no issues. You should also be able to edit some videos on this. 1080p video editing should not be an issue here. The only thing that this PC is not really good at is live streaming. So if you're into live streaming, I do suggest you get an NVIDIA card. I will link RTX 3050s, 4060s, or even an RTX 2060 at a good price in the description down below. So if you're into live streaming and you want to start off with Twitch or YouTube, I'll link up NVIDIA cards which have the NVENC encoder, which should help with live streaming. So again, keep everything else, all the parts same, just get an NVIDIA GPU if you want to live stream. But other than that, this PC should be able to handle all the games and video editing you want to throw at it in 2023. And it's also very upgradable. You can upgrade the RAM in the future, the CPU, the GPU, as well as the storage. I would upgrade the RAM and storage immediately when I have extra cash to keep the PC really strong and solid for the future. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did find this video helpful in any way, go ahead and smash the like button. Let me know in the comments down below all your thoughts, your questions and queries. I'll be there replying to you guys. And also let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do a step-by-step guide of making this PC, how to put everything together. I'll be happy to make that. Buy from the links. It really does help the channel out. It gives me a small kickback and in turn helps me make more videos like this. I can continue putting out quality content for you guys. So your support does really help, and I really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss out on future uploads. But with that being said, my name has been Yusuf. You guys have been awesome. Stay awesome, keep smiling, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.